Let's talk to Paige Mengers, owner of Phoenix Style Shops, because a story that came out a little bit earlier over the weekend is about this shoplifting gang committing a reign of terror in a part of Surrey, just south of London. They're basically taking pretty much anything they want to put their hands upon. It's called Surrey's Beverly Hills because at the end of the day, it's Phoenix Style in the Surrey town of Cobham. She's now installed in her flagship boutique latest CCTV along with anti-theft devices, but is it actually working? We'll find out. Paige, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, it's a real blight on society, this shoplifting lark. I was just reading earlier on this morning about another story about two asylum seekers who went to Bluewater and were just nicking sort of coach handbags and all sorts of really high-end stuff. And they've kind of been just left free to go because they can't do anything with them.
No, I know. I mean, this wasn't just petty theft. It was deliberate and targeted. They came into our stores, they knew exactly what they wanted, and they came armed with tools to cut the wires that secure our bags down.
Right.
So, you know, my staff are trained not to approach these people because they could seriously harm them.
Well, they're violent, aren't they, as well?
Yeah. They're criminals. They're proper criminals.
So has your putting in of the CCTV had any effect? Because, you know, that doesn't always work either, does it?
I have the most incredible CCTV, and if you look at the CCTV images, you can see exactly their faces.
Right.
But the police are saying that it's not that good. It wasn't good enough for them.
Not good enough for them. So what what would they prefer? They want you to follow them around with an iPhone or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it is amazing, isn't it? I mean, so the police, it would seem, don't particularly care much about shoplifting. They give you a crime number.
No, the Met have not, because I've got a store in Wimbledon and one in Cobham. The Met haven't even come to the Wimbledon store to take statements. The Surrey police did come 2.5 days later to take my statements because I've made such a fuss on Instagram. Yeah. That's what they actually said to me.
Yes.
So that's
what they care about. I mean, I had the same problem when I had my phone stolen. They didn't care until I wrote about it in the Daily Telegraph, and then suddenly they were interested in what they were going to do for me. They still didn't do anything, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So how much is this costing you? I mean, do you have insurance if something gets stolen, or what?
Yes, we do, and hopefully the insurance will pay out for this. But it's, you know, it's everything else that happens. My staff are now frightened. You know, the local community are also up in arms. They're annoyed, and it's not only our store. All the stores are being targeted, but it's turned from someone just slipping a T-shirt into a handbag to people coming with tools to disarm security. So it's not just petty theft.
Right. It's organised, isn't it?
It's organised, yeah.
And I mean, you may end up, I suppose, like some of these watch shops in Oxford Street, where you have basically, you know, sort of bodyguards behind a locked door, and if you want to go,
I do now. I have hired private security, which actually makes me think, what am I paying business rates for, which are about to go up?
Right.
Because the police can't help give us security, so I have to go and pay private security to come.
Right. And so have you actually had to lock, have you taken to locking the front door yet? Or
yeah, they're locked, and we have security guards.
Right. And presumably that has an effect on what you can sell, because people like to wander into a shop, don't they, and sort of look around.
Exactly. These are small little local stores in tiny little villages, you know, and people just wander in and everyone knows each other. So it's, you know, the fact that they now have to ring a bell to come into the door, and
it's just awful, isn't it? And presumably, I mean, your insurance will go up if you have to keep claiming, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can see quite clearly who these individuals are. I can't understand why the police are not interested in going after them.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that making all this noise, that it'll drive them to do something. But
right. You'd like to think so. And some of these bags are worth an awful lot of money, so presumably this is all being driven by their ability to resell them somewhere.
Yeah, they knew exactly. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
They knew exactly what they were taking. They came in, and the bags that they were taking were sort of the really high-end luxury ones, like Chanel.
Right.
And they know that they can get a really good price selling them.
Yeah.
Selling them
And
on.
can you, I mean, they're quite, I mean, not rare, but I mean, they're quite easy to spot, these bags, aren't they? I mean, if people see them, what can they do if they see them on the internet being sold?
They could. Oh yeah, sorry. They can contact us because yes, if you do see them, you know, all these bags have got little codes inside them. So they all have unique codes, so you can sort of identify them.
Okay. And I mean, I presume it's not like, I mean, some of them are worth more than watches, but I mean, could you register them or something and make it impossible for them to be resold?
I
I
don't know
guess you
how I do
can't really,
that.
can you?
No,
But
no,
you know how
I don't
people,
know
I mean,
how.
people tell me, not that I have one, but people say that if a Rolex gets reported stolen, you basically can never take it back to a Rolex dealer to have a look at it because they'll say, well, this is a stolen watch and we're going to take it off you.
We haven't got to that point yet with luxury handbags, but I think it's heading that way.
Right.
They're going to have some sort of security in them so they can identify them. I think they do have them now
Yeah.
for the new ones, but most of the bags that I sell are vintage, so they're about sort of 10, 20 years old.
I mean, that's the other thing that I find talking to people now about walking around just in London is if you have a bag that's worth, I mean, you had 4 bags stolen worth more than £17,000. If you've got a Chanel bag that's worth £4,000 or £5,000, you wouldn't be walking around in London with it, would you? In case somebody just nick it off you.
No, I know. This is what's happened.
Right. And this is the country we now live in. It's absolutely shocking. Listen, Paige, I wish you luck. I hope you get the police to at least do something for you as a result of being on here. We'll keep in touch and see how we get on. Paige Mengers there, owner of Phoenix Style Shops down in Cobham. Unbelievable stuff, right? In the space of 24 hours, both of her shops were targeted by the same 2 robbers who actually used wire cutters to slice through cables and steal the bags. And the police don't, I mean, I can see who's done it. The police are not interested. You know who that is? You know, tell the cops or tell Paige. Get in touch, Phoenix Style.